and runs in London?
Thank you very much for your question. Every death and serious injury on London's roads, including those caused by hit-and-run collisions, is devastating and results in heartbreaking suffering for victims and their loved ones. That's why I adopted Vision Zero and have committed to eliminating all deaths and serious injuries from London's roads by 2041, including those from hit-and-run collisions. London has made huge strides towards reaching Vision Zero, consistently outperforming the national average in terms of people killed and seriously injured. Whilst figures have been released for 2023, 2022 was one of the lowest years on record for fatalities, excluding 2020 and 2021, which were heavily affected by pandemic-related lockdowns and changes in travel patterns. So we've made good progress. But the Met Police Service and I remain committed to addressing this problem. Policing is an essential part of our approach to Vision Zero, and the Met Police Service dealt with over 750,000 road traffic offences through enforcement action in 2022-2023. The MPS prioritises enforcement against the offences that cause the greatest risk and harm on London's roads. This includes speeding, mobile phone offences, driving under the influence of drugs and alcohol, red light offences, careless or dangerous driving, driving without a licence or an uninsured vehicle, or driving while disqualified. During 2022-2023, 93% of all road traffic enforcement action taken by the Met Police Service was for these priority offences. Hit-and-run collisions may be related to one or more of these offences, so this work helps to prevent future incidents. While incidents do still occur, it's important that victims have the support they need. TfL, the Mayor's Office of Policing and Crime, Police Services, Brake and Road Peace recently launched a new victims support service pilot, which aims to significantly improve support for victims affected by the most serious road traffic collisions in London and those experiencing catastrophic injury or bereavement. I want to thank Senator Russell for her constant lobbying and support in this new pilot. TfL will evaluate the service over the course of the one-year pilot and use the results to inform future programmes. I'll continue to put reducing road danger at the heart of our work so that London can achieve Vision Zero.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Hit and run is a terrible crime. It's committed by people who do not have the decency to stop after a crash to check whether the other person is okay. Now, I've recently published, in fact yesterday, a report about hit and run collisions on London's roads. In 2021, there were nearly 8,000 hit-and-run collisions, nearly 2.5 times as many as there were in 2009. And of those, 10% resulted in serious casualties and some fatalities. The equivalent of more than 2 people a day. That's 2 Londoners every day whose family is devastated by trauma, injury, or in the worst cases, the death of a loved one through hit and run. So you have a Vision Zero strategy. Would you consider adding a hit-and-run action plan with a target to reduce hit-and-run collisions? Oh, can you pause the clock?
Thank you, Zach.
Needs more Duracell, apparently.
Yes, just stopped working. Firstly, can I thank you for your report? I read a media summary of it last night. I'm more than happy to ask TfL to look into that particular recommendation, and also more than happy to ask the Deputy Mayor to work with the Deputy Mayor for Policing and Crime to get the MPS to look into your issues around hit and run as well, because reading the media report of your report, I've not read the report yet, you did raise a number of issues which I think demand addressing.
Thank you. That is really great to hear. Now, Greens have been asking the same question every year since 2014 to collate the data we used for the report, which shows the extent of hit-and-run collisions in London. The data we've had back is inconsistent and frankly pretty poor. In 2020, Bexley, a borough of 250,000 people, was excluded entirely. In 2017, there were no details about fatal collisions, and in 2016, there were no details on hit-and-run collisions at all. So if the data on hit-and-run isn't clear, then no one's really even looking at the problem, let alone trying to fix it. So will you commit to ensuring that the Met and TfL improve both the quality of the data that they capture on hit-and-run collisions in London and the way that data is stored, analysed and shared with the public so people really understand what this problem is?
Yes, and the reason why it's a yes is because I'm a firm believer in unless things are recorded and measured, it's very difficult to take action. And it shouldn't take you doing the report you've done to provide a clear picture on this issue, and there needs to be a clearer picture. So can I take that away as well to make sure that we do a better job centrally to have this data recorded, measured, and it's transparent?
Mr. Mayor, thank you very much indeed. That's much appreciated. I'm just going to leave it there.
Assembly Member Hall, please.
Thank you. Mayor Kane, what action has been taken against the ULEZ enforcer when he apparently knocked over Heather Watts? I'm sure you recall that in Biggin Hill.
Sorry, Chair, I'm not sure about the particular case. I know the incident because it was referred to a previous Mayor's question time, but I didn't come prepared with the answer to that. I can go away and find out what happened and get back to the member.
That would be helpful. Thank you.
We're just going to briefly pause to get rid of the microphone. Thank you. Now we'll move on to Assembly Member Bakari, who will raise a question about fire